All right, it is finally time to start the video spree of the Mugen Train update in Project Slayers. Now, the first video we're going to be starting off with is a simple tier list just to give you guys a base ranking of all of the new breathings. And then we're also going to be doing another tier list for the Blood Demon Arts that's going to be dropping right after this one. So if you guys want to see that one for the demon sides and if you for the demons, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and also turn on all notifications so you guys can be notified when the video does drop. It's going to be dropping right after this one. I'm telling you guys, like right after this one. So if you guys really want to see that, make sure you guys turn on all of my notifications, not personalized, all notifications. You have to actually tap the bell. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, of course, and obviously like the video. And for all of my OG Project Slayers viewers that, you know what I'm saying, that dipped off for a little bit while I wasn't uploading Project Slayers like that, I appreciate all of you guys for returning, because I'm pretty sure most of you guys will return with this video. Yeah, it's time to take back over. If you guys want to see some PvP streams, make sure you guys also turn on all notifications for that one as well, because we're going to be doing a full PvP stream tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. The last of the plans for today, we're going to be, hopefully, if everything goes smooth, we can drop a video becoming Muchiro Tokito with misbreathing today. So hopefully we can also see that as well. And I also have a video coming on all of the breathing trainers, you know, misbreathing, flame breathing, and beast breathing. I have a locations video dropping for all of those. So if you guys want to see all of that fresh content for update 1, make sure you guys subscribe for that. I'm telling you guys, I'm back completely for Project Slayers, and we're going to see how this goes, bro. Also, we just dropped a documentary on Red Weeb and some other topics. So if you guys want to see those documentaries, make sure you guys go check those out. The links are in the description. Join the Discord, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. We're almost at 130 followers on Twitter, so make sure you guys go check out all of my socials in the description as well. But that's enough chit chat. I promise you I'm not going to do it again for any of the next videos. But let's go ahead and hop into the tier list. All right, now I'm sure if you guys have watched tier lists before on Roblox or on Roblox content or just anything in general, you guys know how tier lists usually work. With they just go on tier maker and just like they got like boxes of images and they just put them in a ranking. That's not how my tier list is gonna be. We're gonna be ranking first off individually all of the newest breathings by grade. Okay, so the categories that all of these breathings are going to be based by is damage, combos, range, aggressiveness, which is basically just close quarters combat, and then effects, because effects does matter, you know. So yeah, those are 5 categories that we're going to be grading all of these off of, and then after we grade all of these categories, we're going to be giving the breathing a solid pure ranking at the end, and then we can just go from there. Now, the first one I want to start off with is the one that probably is going to get the most amount of attention so far, is mist breathing. Okay, now so far for mist breathing is probably going to be one of the more balanced breathings in the game, but also don't let it, you know what I'm saying, don't let it distract you. Mist breathing is definitely a combo demon when it comes down to the attacks. And yeah, man, so far what I've seen from Mist, it's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be something crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if mist breathing becomes actual like the meta in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's mist breathing. You know, it happened in Demon Fall and other Roblox Demon Slayer games in general. Mist breathing always becomes the meta. So that's pretty much all of the chit chat. Let's go ahead and hop into the gradings. Now, the first thing I'm gonna be grading off of is the damage. Now, for the damage for mist breathing, the damage is high. Okay. Now, for a combo breathing like mist breathing, you probably wouldn't think that the damage will be high, but boy, the damage is high and it hurts. And don't even get me started on the finisher, although that's not really a damaging finisher. That the little poison damage that you get from the finisher, like when you're trying to just walk around the mist or the mist clouds, whatever you guys want to call it, it hurts, bro. It hurts. It hurts, bro. So with that being said, for the damage, I'm gonna give it a ranking, not a rating, but a ranking. I'm gonna be giving it a grading of an A-, okay, for the damage. Now, it's not super broken, but at the same time, it is definitely broken. So I'm going to be giving damage an A-. Now, for the combos, this is a main combo breathing. And with that being said, I don't really think I have to do enough chit chat. It has one move where it literally does a barrage of slashes and then you knock them back. If you combine that with a wall bounce, you can pull off something crazy. So for that, I'm going to be giving mist breathing an A+ when it comes down to the combos. Now, when we get to the range side, this is where mist breathing is kind of not really on par par with the other ones, but although most of the breathings don't have much range to them anyway. So just comparing mist breathing to all of the other breathings, like I said, there isn't really a single range, quote unquote range type of breathing besides thunder breathing, and even that one is kind of pushing it. So just comparing it to the other ones, I think the range isn't terrible, and honestly it's not even bad, it's just decent. So a decent rating I think is going to be good for mist, is going to be a C+ rating for the range. Now the aggressiveness, like I said, aggressiveness, pretty much all aggressiveness means is like close quarters combat. So when you guys are straight up in front of each other, and yeah, like I said, when it comes down to those, it's pretty much the thing that makes aggressiveness on a breathing so good is how fast the moves come out, how close you can pull them off, because there are some moves, if the opponent is too close to you, the move will literally just phase through them. And luckily mist is not one of those things, and I honestly think for aggressiveness, for mist breathing and close quarters combat, I'm going to be giving it a A+ rating, because if you guys are standing head to toe with someone, I'm not gonna lie, depending on what breathing they have, mist breathing is probably going to always come out on top if you know what you're doing. Now for the effects, obviously this is going to be an A++. I don't think anything has to be said. Mist overall just looks super amazing effects wise when it comes down to the breathing. Honestly, in my opinion, it is the best looking breathing effects wise. And yeah, I don't think I really, I honestly don't think that really has much to be said. The effects look clean, you can't even lie. The effects look clean, especially the finisher. Boy oh boy, come on now, be real, Joe. Okay, and like I said, I'm gonna be giving every breathing that I go over in this video a solid ranking at the end. So yeah, that's mist breathing so far for all of the grades. Now let's go ahead and drop down to flame breathing. Okay, now flame breathing is probably one of the more balanced things in the game. Okay, it's not really super, it's not really super crazy in one area, but for all areas, it's kind of like, it's really all over the place. And I'm not even saying that in a bad way. It's all over the place to the point where, it got decent range, it got decent damage. If you know what you're doing, it has decent combos, close quarters combat, it's like I said, just all around, it's just like a really good all around breathing, So the first thing I want to talk about for flame is the damage. Okay, now for the damage, I'm going to be giving flame a ranking of a A-. Okay, now like I said, same thing with mist breathing, not the most absurd damage, but if you know what you're doing, if you hit them at the right times, know all the cues and all that stuff, combine them with the right moves, flame will hurt you. Okay, flame will hurt you, especially if you have the Rengoku clan that adds on burn damage to some of the moves. Yeah, you're gonna be hitting them hard. Honestly, thinking about how if you combine this with the Rengoku clan, you have burn damage, it makes me want to put damage up to A+, but I'm just gonna say for flame alone, I'm gonna give it an A-. But like I said, with Rengoku clan plus flame, I'm not even gonna hold you, that damage is an A+. It's definitely an A+. Now for the combos, like I said, flame is probably one of the more all-around breathings. If you know what you're doing, your combos can definitely be deadly. So with that being said, I'm going to be giving it an A-. Now obviously with some breathings, you can definitely tell what breathings are meant for combos or which ones are meant for just damage. With water breathing, if you use it, you can definitely see that water breathing is meant for more damage, and then you have other ones like wind breathing. And wind breathing is definitely, you guys can tell, wind breathing is definitely one for combos, and not super crazy damage, but the combos, wind go crazy when it comes out to the combos. So that's what I mean by, you can definitely tell which breathings are meant for damage and which ones are meant for combos. And flame, you don't really get that feeling, but at the same time, it's not really something to where you get like feeling of water breathing where it's just for damage. You can definitely still feel like, it got some potential. It got some potential. If you know what you're doing, it got some potential. So flame breathing for the combos, I'm going to be giving it a ranking of A-. Now when it comes down to the range, like I said, comparing this to all of the other breathings, like I said, none of the breathings have super OD range. So, that's kind of the tier that's kind of like, the rankings that I have to go off. I have to compare it to everything else, and when comparing flame to everything else, it's pretty much in the same boat as mist. The range isn't super crazy, but at the same time, it's not bad at all. It's really in the middle. So with that being said, I'm going to be giving range a rating of a C+. Now aggressiveness, flame is one of those breathings like water breathing where it's powerful. When you use it, you feel the power that's emitting, and with the power, some of the moves come out a little bit slower than a breathing like mist or beast. For aggressiveness, I'm going to be giving flame a rating of a B-. Like I said, it's not bad at all when it comes down to close quarters combat, but at the same time, going against someone using beast breathing or wind breathing, you know, if you're in close quarters combat, the wind breather is probably gonna always come out on top. Just that's just how it is, you know. And then we have effects. Flame, A minus. Nothing super crazy about flame. Like I said, it's probably going to be in the same tier as with like damage. If you combine it with the Rengoku clan and you have like, you know, the burn damage as well, effects definitely goes up to like an A++. Same with mist breathing. But you know, just going off of flame alone, you know, no buff with the clan or whatever, I'm going to be giving flame breathing effects wise A minus. Like I said, we're going to come back to all of these breathings at the end to give them all a solid ranking. Now, last but not least, we have beast breathing. And don't forget, if you guys want to see the tier list that I have for the blood demon arts, subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. Like this video, of course, you know, just to get this video out a little bit more. You know, it really helps a lot. Now we have beast breathing. Now this is my personal favorite on the list because beast breathing, when it comes down to the combos, you got that feeling with beast, bro. I'm not gonna lie, beast breathing is probably the smoothest out of all of them. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the smoothest breathing in the game when it comes down to the combos. Everything just feels so perfect with each other if you know how to use it right. And I wouldn't be surprised if I end up maining beast breathing. The only reason why I probably wouldn't main beast is because mist breathing it just looks so cool. But I'm not gonna lie, beast breathing is more of like my type of, you know, my type of breathing. So just keep that in mind. Beast breathing, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna count out beast breathing, but if you guys are more of like a combo type of player, beast breathing is the way to go. It's just I can't say that enough. Beast breathing is the way to go. Now with beast breathing being a main combo breathing, obviously the damage cannot be super OD or it would make it the best breathing in the game. They have to balance it somehow. So with the damage, we're going to be giving beast breathing the damage tier of a B. Okay, like I said, it's not, none of these are probably going to be in like a trash like tier for any of these categories, honestly, because all of these are pretty much decent in all areas. It's just some areas where they you know, they succeed more than others. So yeah, like I said, damage wise for beast breathing, it's got to be a B because like I said, beast breathing is a combo breathing, and if they gave it high damage as well, it would probably be the best breathing in the game, and it will be absolutely broken, and it will be thunder breathing meta all over again. So they got to balance it somehow. So like I said, beast breathing for the damage is a B. Now we'll come out to the combos. Obviously beast breathing combos wise, we're gonna give it a rating of an A++. Out of all of these breathings, beast breathing takes it by far when it comes down to the combos. It's the smoothest combo breathing in the game. Like everything flows so perfectly. When you guys use and obtain beast breathing, you guys are gonna tell off the rip that beast breathing is literally the best. Like it's the smoothest, most calming breathing in the game. I have no other way to describe it. Beast breathing is just, I love it. I really just love it. Like I said, I'm most likely gonna end up maining beast breathing because it's just so soothing, bro. It's so smooth. So I'm pretty sure beast breathing is gonna be very slept on, but I'm gonna main it. I'm gonna main it, bro. I love it. I really love it. Now for the range, this is where beast breathing kind of has a negative, because for the others I said that the range was most likely like it's gonna be in the middle, you know, decent. But when I use beast breathing, it's not even, it's kind of a little bit under decent. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of, if I had to give it a word, I would probably give it mid. You know, range wise for beast breathing, it's probably gonna get a mid out of me. You know, it's not good at all, not gonna lie, but it's not super horror to the point where it's gonna get like a D rating or anything. But like I said, for the range, beast breathing has the lowest rating out of all of them, which is a C minus, just because it's just, like I said, combo breathing. They got to balance it somehow, and honestly, it kind of makes sense. You know, if it's a combo breathing, obviously most of the moves are going to be close range. That's just how it is, you know. Now aggressiveness, aka close quarters combat, I'm going to be giving beast breathing obviously a rating of an A+. This is by far out of all of them the best breathing to have in close quarters combat. It doesn't have the most craziest AoE damage moves, but I'm not gonna lie, for the ones, beast breathing is probably gonna take the cake by storm when it comes down to you know, like close quarters combat. You know, nobody's running from each other. If you guys are just playing straight up in each other's faces, you know, blocking, dash, and all that stuff, beast breathing is most likely going to come out on top. That's just being real. For the most part, when going against a beast breather, you're going to have to play far out. That's literally the main way to counter a beast breather. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's aggressiveness right there. And for the effects, I'm gonna be giving beast breathing a rating of a B minus. Okay, the beast breathing so far with the effects hasn't looked as crazy or as good as the other breathings effects wise, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, you know, it's just not on par with the others, so that's okay. And now finally we have the ranking for all of them. Okay, now I'm gonna start from the lowest ranking to the highest. Okay, so the lowest ranking is obviously going to be, I'm pretty sure this isn't a surprise to anyone, beast breathing is going to have the lowest ranking with a rank of an A minus. Okay, it's going to be in the tier of an A minus. All right, and then for the next one, we're going to have flame, and flame is going to be in the tier of an A plus. You know, they're pretty close to each other. And then obviously at the very top, I'm pretty sure no surprise to anyone, you know, who would have guessed it, mist breathing is going to be at the top, most probably the best breathing in the game so far out of all of them. I'm going to be giving mist breathing a rank of a S. You know, so yes, this is my opinion on all of the new breathings for update 1, and hopefully you guys do take my opinion, you know, with a grain of salt. You know, like I said, this is just my opinion on the things, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people do watch me for PvP and tips on how to you know, and just tips on the game in general. I'm very, you know, well informed on Project Slayers. I've been sticking up with it for like since the release, so don't take it super to the heart, but at the same time, just know that I've been in the Project Slayers community since the beginning. So, but yeah, that is my tier list for all of the newest breathings in update 1. Like I said, we're going to be dropping a tier list also on the Blood Demon Arts as well, so stay tuned for that. Turn on all notifications, but that is pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one.